Hi, I'm Stephen Milstein, one of the owners and the attorney here at Certified Title. And today we're sitting with Leigh Sistek, one of our amazing business development folks. Leigh, thanks for being with me yet again.
Always a pleasure,
And
Stephen.
we are going to continue on with something we've done before. It's sort of our quick hit questions. We don't want to get stuck too long in any one of these questions because I
Okay.
want to take advantage of the time that we have
Sure.
together and get as much information. In this little segment we're going to do, I really want to focus on relationship building with agents, lenders, your clients.
Okay.
So my first question for you today is, what do real estate agents really want from a title company relationship? When you're talking to a prospective realtor and you're selling yourself in the certified title, what does a realtor want?
The number one thing that realtors want from their title company is accessibility, is being available, is answering your phone. That's first and foremost because, real estate is not 9 to 5. It's, not Monday through Friday. And a title agent who picks up the phone, takes the call, helps them solve their problems, I would bet is probably the number one thing that agents are looking for in title companies. That along with just communication. When you have a transaction, communicating with all the parties, transparency. If an issue comes up, address it, fix it.
I agree with you 100%. In fact, because I sit here often and do these conversations with real estate agents and I ask similar questions, I can tell you without a doubt, the number one answer I get from the real estate agents is communication and availability.
Yes.
When they call, they want you to be available and they want you to help communicate with everybody involved in the
Absolutely.
transaction. Okay, slightly different question, but might ultimately have the same answer. Is there a nuance between a real estate agent and a loan officer? Do you tailor your marketing differently when you're going to talk to a loan officer versus
Yes, definitely. So when I'm out meeting lenders, one of the things that I think is a major plus to working with Certified Title is that we have a national footprint. So a lot of lenders might have, do business in all 50 states. So that's something that I definitely, always share. Aside from that, just, not really. Again, if we have a transaction together, communicating, if something comes up, letting them know. I mean, no one wants to be surprised with anything. So I think, again, communication is a big deal. I think, again, being available if they need numbers run, if they need help with property taxes, or if there's some kind of lien showing up on the title report and they need me to dig in for them, all those things matter.
Yeah, well, I think it's always important. You can't just have your hand out, right?
Absolutely.
They're looking for a partner that's going to help them grow just as much as you want to get the business from them. Here's an interesting question I had for you and a little bit of insight into what it's like to be you on a daily basis. What is harder, getting a first meeting with a prospective client, getting someone to sit down and talk to you, or getting a deal with somebody and getting to turn that into recurring business, turning that into a long-standing relationship?
I would say it's harder to get the first meeting and the first opportunity. In our market, most agents have a title partner that they're used to, that they've worked with. So getting an opportunity can be a challenge. Sometimes it's about timing. If your timing's right, that's helpful. If something went a little south in their last transaction and we're meeting for the first time. Right. So I think timing matters. As far as, getting repeat business from getting an opportunity, I think fortunately, that usually works out because if you get an opportunity and you do a good job and everybody walks away happy, then, that's up to me to follow up and be consistent and stay top of mind. But I would say getting that first opportunity is hardest.
Good answer. At the risk of maybe being a little redundant, because I think all these questions kind of have a similar component, what makes a real estate agent or a loan officer remember Leigh Sistek? So if 15 different title companies are banging down the door of a real estate agent's office or a loan officer and you have a meeting, what is one thing that will separate Leigh Sistek from probably anybody else who's in there asking for an opportunity?
I think one thing that they'll remember is that I typically know the answers when someone calls me with an issue. I, did 25 years in operations. So I think that makes me stand out because of my experience. Um, I would also say, I'm confident as I should be because I've been doing this for a long time. I think I can talk real estate with confidence because of my extensive background in it. That answering the phone, I obviously do. I do my own closings. My lenders and agents really like that. It's like a personal touch. It makes them feel like, their kind of hand is being held the whole way through. And I feel like when, I work with a lot of my partners, they feel like they don't have to really worry about stuff, that they know I'll reach out to them if there's something that's,
Yeah.
we need to fix.
Great point. I'll be your hype man for a second here. I can't state that enough, that I genuinely believe what distinguishes you from many, many other sales reps is that you were a processor for years. And so it's the answer to the question isn't always, let me have my processor call you.
Exactly.
It's either I can answer the question for you right now, or let me call the processor and I will call back and communicate, because you can now speak that language to your client because you did it.
I agree.
All right. Well, Leigh, again, thank you. This was awesome. A little bit of insight into what you do on a daily
Thank you,
basis. I
Stephen.
appreciate your time.
Thank you.